Sometimes I wonder if I'm a glutton for punishment with days like today. After a hard day of wrestling, we'll have to take a big drink of Lakini's juice and call it a day. Ohio State wins the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitational without Joey McKenna and Kyle Snyder. That does not bode well for the rest of the country. This is Short Time Shots with a look back at the wrestling happenings from December 2nd, 2017. I'll be your heropsychodreamer and Hall of Fame writer, broadcaster, and announcer, Jason Bryant. You'll pick up a theme here in a minute. Them Buckeyes earned 3 titles to outdistance that state down south, a.k.a. Michigan, 155.5 to 140. Arizona State was third with 113.5, followed by Northern Iowa, Nebraska, and Virginia Tech. Leading the way for the Buckeyes were champions Luke Pletcher at 133, Myles Martin at 184, and Kollin Moore at 197. We'll dial it back, though, as we go weight by weight, as freshman Taylor LaMont became the first wrestler from Utah Valley to win the Cliff Keen by beating Sean Russell of Edinboro 4-3 at 125. LaMont, a member of the Team USA Junior World Team in Greco-Roman, was the number 8 seed, and after Friday's win over Minnesota's Ethan Lizak, beat 2 more All-Americans to cap off a breakthrough event. Already this year, this guy's beaten 2 national finalists. He beat Lizak and he beat Zeke Moisey earlier in the year. At 133 pounds, Pletcher got past Steven Micic of Michigan in the semis before handling Americans Josh Terrell 9-2 in the finals. There's a lot of buzz coming out of the tournament about Drexel's Austin DeSanto, the true freshman who finished 4th, losing to Virginia's Jack Mueller twice. The big true freshman hype, at least for now, should go with a guy who won the tournament, and that's 141-pound champion Yanni Diakomihalis of Cornell. The New York native knocked off past NCAA finalist Bryce Meredith of Wyoming in the semifinals before topping Northern Iowa's Josh Albert for a second time this year. Expect a giant jump in the rankings this week from Yanni D. Not sure if there's a more underappreciated All-American than Justin Oliver, though. The Central Michigan junior wrestler exceedingly well en route to the title and a 9-7 win over upstart Troy Heilman of North Kakalaki at 149. Kakalaki, that's southern for Carolina. Michigan's Alec Pantaleo got off the proverbial schneid with a resounding 10-3 win over Micah Jordan in the finals at 157 pounds. Jordan had avenged an earlier loss to Josh Shields of Arizona State, while Pantaleo was solid in his semifinal win over Nebraska's Tyler Berger. David freaking McFadden is nasty freaking good. The Virginia Tech All-American packed upstart freshman Evan Wick in 258 to claim the Hokies' only individual title in Vegas. Wick did reach the finals as the number 9 seed. Arizona State's Zaid Valencia notched his second win of the year over Ohio State's Bo Jordan. This time, the Sun Devil sophomore took home a 9-6 win after a 9-6 win in the semis over the rugged Taylor LaMont of Northern Iowa. That guy, the Georgia Beast, man, he's a moose, and Zaid handled him 9-6. Actually, it wasn't as easy as it looked, but those two guys are just warriors. 'Tis Valencia's second straight championship at the event. Myles Martin scored 3 takedowns and only gave up escapes and a penalty point in an 8-5 victory over Michigan's Dominic Avenator in a match that really wasn't as close as the score indicated at 184 pounds. Kollin Moore shook off Friday's bugaboos and regained the crushing promise he's shown the past 2 years by hitting a slick fireman's carry on Virginia Tech's Jared Haught and then switching off to a head and arm and registering the first period fall to win the gold at 197 pounds. Adam Kuhn of Michigan would top Arizona State's car rental-friendly Tanner Hall as Kuhn quickly countered a bad shot in sudden victory to pick up a 4-2 win. Kuhn wants to fly rockets and stuff. He's big. He's kind of a big deal. He's also really freaking smart. Other tournament action that did involve that big tournament in Vegas was mostly outside of Division I. Mount San Antonio College won the Southern Regional Championship of the California Community College Athletic Association. The Mounties, yes, the Mounties, only had 2 champions, but 10 of the 12 wrestlers placed in the top 4. No report on the Northern Region results that were held up in Lassen College in Susanville. The Mid-South Conference had its Women's Conference Championships on Saturday with Campbellsville picking up 4 individual championships, and they did that without Kayla Miracle, who was in Russia wrestling with Team USA in the World Cup. The Mid-South Conference has 5 of its members fielding women's wrestling programs. Charlotte Fowler, Coral Sugiyama, Alexia Foka, and Caitlin Hill claimed gold. Ready for that theme thing yet? Anyway, lightning crashes in York, Pennsylvania as Johnson and Wales won 4 individual titles to win the New Standard Invitational at York College. Bobby Jordan, Jay Albas, Michael Gargano, and Michael DiNardo each claim titles for Lonnie Morris's Wildcats. Again, they aren't just a cooking school. I alone challenge you to find the reference here. Huh? Are we there yet? Messiah outdistanced Mount Union to win the Messiah Petrofus Invitational. The Falcons earned 3 individual championships. Mount Union scored 70 points in its NCAA Division III football quarterfinal win over Frostburg State over the weekend. Oh, wait, we're talking wrestling. Speaking of football, my alma mater, Pocosin High School, fell in the Class II semifinals in overtime to Robert E. Lee High School of Stanton. They're the Leeman. Wonder how long that nickname's going to stick around. That's real news down in Virginia. A little alphabet soup as WPI won the RIT Invitational with 2 champions. Tyler Marsh and Brendan Marion. Lois, there's a message in the alphabets. It's saying, ooh, Peter, those are Cheerios. By the way, that reference I was mentioning earlier, the band Live is from York, Pennsylvania. So there's the I Alone and the Lightning Crashes references, as well as Lakini's Juice. 90s music fans rejoice. I alone give you these results. Speaking outside of Division I, you can file this under stuff that just never happens. Both Augsburg and Wartburg lost on Saturday at the same event to Division III schools. Not sure when or if that has ever happened, but it's a big enough anomaly that it leads off our dual meet section of the short time shots. This craziness happened in La Crosse, Wisconsin at the Candlewood Suites Duels. Loris, which is coached by Wartburg alum TJ Miller, beat Augsburg 17-16. As the Dewhawks, yes, say it with me, the Dewhawks won the last 3 bouts to rally from an 18-6. That's actually a 16-8 deficit. I can't read my own writing. Heavyweight Quinn Gillum earned the duel-deciding 5-0 win. Since many of you may not be super familiar with Division III or life outside of Division I wrestling, Loris is in Dubuque, Iowa, and they were ranked 8th in the country coming in, so it's not like it was like a monumental thing. But anytime you beat Augsburg or Wartburg, it's kind of a big deal. Augsburg was ranked 2nd. Loris SIG Jim Narpstek even sent me a DM asking, going, hey, have the number 1 and number 2 teams in D3 ever lost on the same day? True story, not 1 hour after he sent that, I go look and I actually start reading it. But like as I start reading, I go, hey, babe, talking to my wife, dude, Augsburg and Wartburg both lost on the same day. I wonder if that's ever happened before. And then I read my DMs, and there's Narpstek right there from Loris. He's got a great beard, by the way, asking kind of a similar question. Oh, where does the other half of this thing go? Well, anyway, number 12, Wisconsin Whitewater. Fire them up. Ned Shuck, they used a 4-2 decision at 197 pounds by All-American Jordan Newman over Kyle Fank to clinch a 21-20 win over the top-ranked Wartburg Knights. Both teams were docked a team point at some point during the duel. Get it? Point at some point. Anyway, Whitewaters came after the match had concluded. The crucial swing here, though, was at 133 pounds, where Hazen Rice of Whitewater was trailing Wartburg's Brennan Doble 6-3 in the second period before Rice reversed Doble to his back to get the fall at 338. That's quite the swing and momentum. Want to make things even more complicated? Augsburg beat UW Whitewater 26-16. This should be super interesting in Waverly this year, especially after the semester break as the Battle of the Bergs are coming and a few more athletes will come into play. Oh, we ready for some Division I action yet? 4th-ranked Missouri opened up Maction with a 36-3 win over visiting Old Dominion. Grant Leith picked up a fall at 149 pounds, while Daniel Lewis picked up a technical fall at 174 to power the Tigers. Playing the name game, ODU's Michael McGee, a true freshman from Illinois, that's McGee without the H, beat Missouri's Barlow McGee, that's another Illinois native, McGee with an H in the tiebreakers. Now, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it makes you wonder how the days could be any worse. 6th-ranked NC State didn't just drop a goose egg on Chattanooga, they sent them into negative integers. The Pack beat the Mocs 41 to -1. Team point got deducted after 184 pounds where Pete Renda edged Bryce Carr. The Pack improved to 8-0 already this season. Northwestern showed a little bit of snarl as the much-improved Wildcats handled Maryland 34-12. If you remember last week, Maryland had upended then number 21 Stanford. The Cats got falls from Sebastian Rivera at 125, Ryan Deacon at 149, and Johnny Wrestling, a.k.a. Johnny Sebastian at 174. Top individual matchup did go Maryland's way, though, at heavyweight as Yusuf Hamida pinned Conan Jennings. Fire up Chips. No, wait, fire up Dips. Yeah, fire up Dips. Franklin and Marshall. Top VMI 25-12. The Diplomats are the only Division III school with a Division I wrestling program. They are the Highlander. There can be only one. Well, because The Highlander was a documentary, and it was based on events that happened in real time. Okay, that's really more of an Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference than it is a Highlander reference. But anyway, the one bright spot for VMI is Hunter Starner, who picked up a fall at 133 pounds. Starner's from Tabb High School in Yorktown, my high school rival. Actually, the school, not Hunter Starner. I'm way older than he is. But Tabb, precious Tabb, as we say back home, they're 5 minutes away from Poquoson High. And he was at the rival high school, but also part of my old wrestling club, the Peninsula Wrestling Association, a.k.a. Virginia Duels Wrestling Club. So Hunter Starner, good on you. Get the fall. Indiana went 3-0 at the Hoosier Duels, beating Northern Illinois, Cleveland State, and SIU Edwardsville. In Division II, 5th-ranked Pitt Johnstown fell behind early but came back to win 6 of the last 8 bouts to beat 10th-ranked Ashland 25-12. Pat Pecora, the AD and head coach at UPJ, starting his head coaching career, get this, during the Carter administration. So it's not just a joke I throw around about how long Colton McChrystal's been in college. Pat Pecora literally started, it might have even been before that. It might have been 4, I don't know. It's 40-something years at Pitt Johnstown. So if I'm wrong, it's definitely a president that was around before I was even born. I'm 38. I was born when Carter was president, and Pat Pecora has been coaching a lot longer than I've been alive. San Francisco State head coach Jason Welsh earned his first head coaching win of his career as the Gators beat NAIA Southern Oregon 32-13. San Francisco State trailed 13-10 after 5 bouts, but 3 of the next 5 wins were bonus victories, including falls by Sam Al-Nasiri at 285 and Isaiah Alva at 149. Mercyhurst scored wins by Penn State transfer Wes Phipps at 197 and Jacob Robb at heavyweight to get past Kerry Regner's Millersville Marauders 22-16 in a matchup of PSAC schools. Mercyhurst also beat LIU Post 25-19. Gannon also went 2-0 with wins over Millersville and LIU Post. Gannon, the bad guy in Metroid. Nostalgia. I wasn't very good at that game. I did watch a lot of people play it, though, at the Boys Club during the summertime. I was always more of a tag team wrestling and bases loaded when it came to the NAS. Gantry, RBI Baseball. You listening? I wonder if that guy listens to the show. In the NAIA, top-ranked Grandview shut out Benedictine of Kansas 51-0. The Vikings picked up falls from Blake Joyner at 174 and national champion heavyweight Dean Brookhammer. That just sounds like a mean guy. I mean, he's a heavyweight. His name is Dean Brookhammer. That's a wrestling name. Sounds like it. We talked about the rarity of the -1 earlier, and coincidentally, the -1 was my softball number. Seriously. The anomaly isn't a -1 here, but Southeastern University of Lakeland, Florida, won 6 out of 10 matches on Saturday against the University of the Cumberlands. But the Cumberlands' 4 wins were all bonus victories, 2 majors and 2 falls, and those 4 wins were enough to beat Southeastern 20-19. Quandre Chisholm's major decision heavyweight pushed coach Chris Flieger's team to the win. Yes, that Chris Flieger and Lime Green Buddha is still unaccounted for. Southeastern is coached by former Division I qualifier Javier Maldonado. The Fire, yes, Fire, is Florida's only varsity college wrestling program. Out in Oregon City, Oregon, Clackamas with 3-0 in a dual event it hosted. The Cougars beat junior colleges Highline and Southwestern Oregon and then beat NAIA Warner Pacific. Some of the names you may have heard of went 3-0, Ralphie Tovar, Dayton Racer, and Gage Hara. All of them, well, at least Gage Hara and Dayton Racer, they might have been wrestling when Clinton was president. Anyway, every score that I could track down and just a few JUCOs are unaccounted for are at almanac.mattalkonline.com. News and notes can be found daily in your inbox by signing up for my daily wrestling newsletter at mattalkonline.com/news. Mark Kozik was already an existing team member, but he bumped up the love by going to mattalkonline.com/contribute or mattalkonline.com/join the team. You've got until December 6th to enter the drawing for a $150 prize pack, courtesy of Compound Clothing at cmpteamwear.com. Cliff Fretwell at Narkill, you are my boy. All you have to do is be a current or new team member by contributing a small amount monthly to the Matt Talk Podcast Network. If you listen to this show or any of them on the network, $1 a month goes a long way. Don't wait for others to take the role of team membership. You won't get the cool stuff they get. It takes $1 or $5 or whatever to make sure I have the resources necessary to keep providing the wrestling community with daily news, dozens of podcasts, and all sorts of historical data that, quite frankly, nobody else wants to put together. I want to put it together. I want to make sure the wrestling community has its history taken care of. Going on a rant here, but all it takes is a little from a lot. And, if you got a buck, if you listen to this show and it's worth $1 a month, if it's worth a Pepsi a month or a Diet Pepsi or a can of chew, which I don't chew anymore. I quit. I'm over 500 days without a chew. Maybe that's something you can celebrate. It's not even a New Year's resolution. So, one little soda or something a month. Throw it the way of the Matt Talk Podcast Network. You would be surprised on how far that can go. We get enough people supporting it. I can keep this thing rolling, keep the lights on, keep the the furnace on, because it gets cold here in Minnesota in the wintertime. Anyway, just that's what you can do by going to matttalkonline.com/contribute. That's all I've got for now. Pain lies on the riverside. Yeah, another live reference. I'm Jason Bryant. The Short Time Wrestling Podcast is proudly outfitted by Compound Clothing. Shirts, singlets, custom gear orders, everything you need. Call up Cliff and the crew at cmpteamwear.com. First time listening? Well, you can change that by going to matttalkonline.com/getshorttime to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or listen on your favorite podcatcher at matttalkonline.com/listen.